Hey, so this is the infill, filling in a box that I made. We're filling in the inside of the foundation. You see along the bottom of the footings is white pipe. That's the same black pipe, just covered in a filter sock to keep debris from clogging the pipe. I'm taking 1.5 inch stone and I'm dumping it on the top of the pipe just to keep water flowing easily to the pipe. So here I've already got a load of sand in there and compacted, and then I've dumped this load of sand in there. What I'm going to do here is try to compact as close to the driveway as possible because I actually have another load of sand on its way as we speak. So I needed to get this stuff compacted because I wouldn't be able to get at this part because look, he just dumped a whole bunch of sand there. So now I'm compacting the other side, the down below side, the last load of sand, so I can push this sand over towards the edge. Anyway, so we're putting sand in there because there's 6 feet from the bottom to the top of the foundation, and that's a lot of space underneath the slab. So the space underneath the slab, whatever you put in there is going to settle. I don't care if you pour concrete. Well, concrete won't settle, but stuff will settle underneath the slab. And so it's super important to get everything as compact as possible so that you minimize settling. It's going to happen, but you can see the top of the foundation wall has a notch in it, and that's where the floor is poured. So it's going to sit on that notch. So it's not really going to go down a lot, but if you have a floor or a space underneath that settles like 2 or 3 or 4 inches, and then you pull a big heavy truck in your garage, that concrete floor is going to want to crack. So it's a good idea to compact everything. On top of the sand, as you'll see in a minute, we put stone, 1.5 inches, so that because it has a even less chance of.
Okay, the camping is done.
It was pouring rain. It was disgusting. I was unhappy about it, but anyway. So yeah, stone, once you compact it, has less of a chance of settling. And so that's kind of like the last layer that the floor sits on. This is, like I said, 1.5 inch stone. It's impossible to move with a shovel or a rake or by hand. Thank goodness I had this little tractor to push it around with that grater blade, but it was still a really, really challenging process. So the goal here is to get the stone within 6 inches of the top of the wall, because I'm going to be putting vapor barrier on top of the stone, and then 2 inches of rigid blue styrofoam insulation to direct the heat that's going into the concrete floor through radiant tubes back up into the slab instead of down into this huge mass that I've created. Here is a view looking down the pit. The guy who delivered my stone dumped it right into the pit, which is awesome, so that I didn't have to take it from the driveway, drive it around, and dump it. So here I'm bringing the backhoe in and the tractor, and I'm trying to push the stone to the other side, where you actually can't see. But basically, the downstairs part, I'm just pushing the stone around, getting it flat, filling in that space that was just basically ledge and dirt. I have drainage pipe along the bottom wall. One thing to note, if you're doing a foundation, make sure you put in floor drains everywhere you can think of before this step, because I didn't. I forgot to put in my floor drains. I had to dig out all this stone later. You'll see in a different video. But yeah, put your floor drains in. Put them in everywhere you can think of because they're not expensive. It can't hurt. And it's nice to have a way for water that gets on your floor, whether it's snow melt or a broken pipe or anything, find its way out. So don't forget.